So guys, Swift here. You wanted this video, so here it is. Basically a rundown of what I did on leg day today. Uh, Nothing too out of the ordinary. Obviously, I like to start with the big three, which would be for legs, squats, leg press, and lunges, which are the hardest in my opinion. But anyways, get into it. 60 kg warm up. I can't remember how many reps. Trying to keep my form decent, not being overly strict, I guess, trying to go as low as possible. But I don't know, I know everyone has their opinions about going ass to grass, like well down, but I find that especially with squats in general, it depends on the length of your femur and how you're built, really. I know a lot of tall guys have a lot of issues with squats, and in my opinion, if you have issues with squats and being unable to do them as such, they're not 100% necessary. Move on to a different exercise like leg press. You can easily switch over with leg press. Obviously, you have to go heavy though. Here we go. Now we go into the working sets. We got 100 here. Strength is not insane at the moment. I mean, I am starting to feel the effects of the lack of energy, but not overly bad, not that bad. We do hit somewhat heavyweight, but yeah, nothing silly. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry, and pretty much I just go by how I feel, judge by how I feel. If I feel like I can do a lot more, then I'll put a lot more on. If I'm not feeling it, I'll somewhat back off a bit and not be silly, really. Like this session, I wasn't feeling 100% confident, so you'll see here, I just move up to 120 on this next set. And obviously, look, as you can see, the belt's already coming into play. It's just, again, being safe as opposed to being sorry. There's yeah, I definitely leave my ego at the door. And if you can see in the background, there's old Serge from Reap the Shred. Shout out to Serge and those boys. Top man, that guy trains harder than anyone at the gym. Makes me look like like a wimp, I swear to God. But yep, 120. Down and out, quite easy. Still keeping the form quite well. Yeah, squats are squats. What more can I say? And here, this next set. Again, I wasn't feeling overly confident, but put 140 on and had the straps around the knees because the knees were still feeling quite cold. It was still early in the morning, and I just didn't want to risk a knee injury. So normally I'd rep this out for a decent amount, like 8 to 10, but I only managed to get out 5 today. I just wasn't feeling it at all. But nonetheless, not being silly. Again, trying to go as low as possible. I tried to hit parallel. Those last couple reps I didn't actually make it, which was kind of disappointing, but it's all good. And now we on to the next one, being leg press, I believe. Yep. I like to keep my feet high on these and go for a full range of motion, like right down. A lot of people just, do the half and then stop, but I go right back to my chest and make sure I'm getting a full stretch. Keeps my hammies in check as well, which is good. But yeah, we start off with 4 plates. Nothing major. We were gonna put Paddy in this one, but forgot to charge his iPod, and that's what we were using to record the video. So yeah, chair, nothing major. Feeling a bit of pain at that point. And this, we just keep obviously gradually increasing the weight. We just kept putting 20s on each side as we went up. I think this is 5-a-side here. Again, all the way down, all the way up. Keeping it controlled, not forcing out the reps. Legs are, yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people have trouble going their legs. Legs are something that you've really got to push. You've got to understand that you use them every single day. So you literally shouldn't be walking after your leg day in order to have a really good leg day. And as you can see, the music's coming out now. I don't normally listen to music because me and Paddy have, some deeper meaningfuls as we train. But yeah, I felt the need to have it this time. 6-a-side here. So this is as heavy as we went on them. Yeah, controlled, still controlled. I was feeling it really bad at this point. Still pushed through it though. You know, no excuses. We all have those shit workouts every now and then, but it wasn't that bad. And from here, we pretty much half the weight. We have a little break. Half the weight, I'm pretty sure we put it to 3 aside here. Yep, 3 aside. And then you just rep it out. You know, this is just that last little bit of pain, really. Exhaust your legs. Like I said, you know, you use them every day. So if you want them to grow, you've got to understand that they need to be punished. They need to really be pushed. My legs have grown a lot this year as opposed to all the other years I've trained. I mean, the first couple years I always trained legs, but I never trained them as seriously as I should have. But now they're definitely growing. And I'm dead. I'm dead. No, I'm good. Here we go, back up. Now we're on to lunges. I did 4 sets of these, but only recorded 2 of them because we didn't actually move up in the weight, so I didn't find it necessary to keep recording. But yep, just your standard lunges. These are really good to for your glutes more than anything. Like, you feel it the next day in your glutes just from the stretch. But I don't know. I know a lot of people don't actually do lunges, but if if you're willing to put through that pain, go through that pain, I highly recommend doing lunges because, yeah, no, it's an amazing exercise. I believe, especially with legs, compound exercises like the leg presses and the squats are what's really going to make your legs grow. You know, the isolations is just pretty much touch-ups to everything. But without those big compounds, yeah, it's going to be very tough for you to grow your legs. But yeah, going through the motions, getting a deep lunge in, feels good, man. Yeah. By this point, I'm really wrecked. You know, this seems like, I think this is about 11 minutes or so, but we were down there for about an hour 45 easy. So, yeah, that's that done. And now we move on to the isolation stuff. We move on to the, I believe at first we move on to the, lying leg raises. A lot of people, I believe, make the mistake of doing these too heavy. Like, they'll pop on a massive weight, like try and do the stack and just yank the weight up. That's not really growing anything. You know, you're not trying to move weight, you're trying to, grow muscle. So if you're trying to grow muscle, control it and really follow through with the motion. Feel it the entire way as opposed to trying to yank up as much weight as possible. Remember, always leave the ego at home. No one's gonna care about how much you bloody leg, what do you call it, did on the leg thing. So yeah, just be smart about it. Also, I do these obviously unilateral. I do one leg at a time. I started doing this because I noticed that my right leg actually started getting a bit lagging a bit compared to my left leg, because my left leg's always been my stronger leg. So after looking up online, I realized that I should do things with one leg at a time, and it's helped bring the legs back in order and keep the symmetry there, which is good because it was getting out of hand at one point. You'll always find that though your stronger side might be a bit bigger. And now I did 4 sets of those, by the way, the lying leg extensions and leg curls. And now we're on to the extensions. Again, one leg, not being silly with the weight, just focusing on the squeeze more than anything. This is just basically a touch-up. Your legs this is gonna pretty much exhaust your leg at this point, and that's what you're trying to do. You're not going to really get much growth out of these compared to the compounds like the squats and stuff, but these are pretty much the icing on the cake. So again, just controlling the movement, going through the motions, doing one leg at a time, making sure that I get that squeeze at the top. That squeeze is where you're going to get the growth out of this at all, just feeling the tension. So yeah, did 4 of these. I only recorded a couple of them again because we didn't necessarily move up that much in weight. So it's all good. Struggling to get out of it. I think everyone knows that feel. I think this was the heaviest set, and the heaviest on here was about 43 kg. So again, nothing major. I've seen dudes do the entire stack with good form. I've seen dudes do the entire stack with terrible form. All I know is that 43 kg, I believe it is what I needed to grow. So, guess what I did? Pretty much drawing near the end of the workout. After this, we do calves. Calves. What can I say about calves? I've found with my calves personally, this is what I do. I basically get in the Smith machine and rack on the weight. What I found is going a bit lighter but doing a lot of reps and a lot of sets. You know, I found when I was going heavy I wasn't actually controlling the movement, but as you can see here, I'm actually squeezing at the top and then coming back down all the way and then squeezing again. And that's what pretty much helped my calves to grow. And we did about 4 or 5 sets of these. You just keep going until you really feel the burn of them, because they really need to be pushed to grow. They'll grow, just don't give up on them. Don't blame genetics and everything. They'll grow. You just got to push them hard enough. So yeah. And I believe at the very end we've just got a little, I don't know, I guess a little cutting update. I'm still not all that very lean. I'll get there. Still under 10%, but nothing major at this point. But yeah, cheers guys. Hope you enjoyed that.